Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today is the second video tutorial in Caseing the Catalogue, the new Stampin' Up annual catalogue. And today's card is featuring the new bundle called Stitched All Around. It's on page 17 of the catalogue, so I'm just going to bring that catalogue in to show you. So the bundle is the stamp set and a set of framelits. And today's card that we are casing today is this one just here, which is really, really pretty. So let me bring this card in. This card's featuring Powder Pink, Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, Basic Black, Poppy Parade, and this DSP here is from the Tropical Escape. There's also the Rose Metallic Thread and the Share What You Love Artisan Pearls here on this card. Okay, so let's get started. I'm not sure how much detail you could see while I was holding onto the card, so I just want to bring it up a little bit closer to the camera to show you the detail that the die cutting actually made. And look at all the detail around that frame. So it gives a stitched shape on each of the die cuts. And there's that rose metallic thread, which is going to be really popular. So the stamp set's called Stitched All Around, and there's some really great sentiments and images in that. They're actually quite big, which is great. And if you buy the bundle together, you'll get these lovely dies as well. Today we're using this one here, this one, the straight edge sewing. So these are two, one's got the crosses and one's just the straight edge, which are going to be really popular, I think. We're using the frame, a circle, the smaller circle, and the heart there. So there's quite a bit of die cutting, so I might actually start with that. Bring the big shot in, and I have my precision base plate down just to try and make sure I get all that detail done. So I have my card kit here, and the card base is powder pink, so I'm going to place that one down first. And using this die here, which is the straight edge sewing piece, I'm going to run that along the top, like that. And while I've got that there, I'm actually just going to pop this one on as well, just like that. Placing that through and cutting it. Better. So that's given it that detail there. So the next bit we're going to do is I have a piece of Poppy Parade. I have Coastal Cabana and my Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to place my large frame down on that one. And I'm also going to place my heart just on the Poppy Parade. And on the Coastal Cabana, I'm going to do my circle as well as this frame. Beautiful. So I'm going to cutting pattern straight down on top, run that one through. With that frame, I'm actually going to run that through twice just to make sure it cuts really well. And it did really well. It's just one little bit in there, so I'm just going to poke that one through. It'll come out anyway. Those two. Heart. So I'm going to run another heart through. I'm just going to run my frame through with the shimmery white as well. Yep, so that cut out really well. So I'm just going to need a floaty flamingo and a coastal cabana heart as well. Unfortunately, there's only one heart in the die, so sorry about this. I probably should have cut them out first. Last one. These are the pieces that are left. What we're going to do is I'm just going to pop out all those little bits on the Flirty Flamingo die cut. So that was pretty quick and easy. And I'm also going to do that with the shimmery white. Okay, so this one's going to layer over the top, but what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the center bit because we're stamping on the shimmery white, and we're going to peel back those edges of the Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to bring in my paper snips here, just pop a hole there, and I'm just going to cut so there's sort of like an edge around, just like that. And what I found is if I just cut up the edge a little bit, it helped when I rolled the edges up. So I'm just going to clean up for a sec. Okay, so this piece, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, using my fingernail, I'm just pushing it back and using this finger to make sure it doesn't rip. So you just want little bits at a time to come back. Because you can keep rolling back, but you can't make it go forward without it looking out of place. So you're just doing little bits at a time until you get the desired area you want. Now the stamp set the stamp that goes at the back of it is quite large, so you do need a little bit of room. Yeah, that's about the same. So you sort of got that little bit of an edge around that you can see. And this one will go on the top. So what I did with my sample is I just laid it so it was on top of each other, and then I've just brought a pencil in, just traced around where that edge is to make sure that when I put the stamp down that I was going to get it in the right area. Because you want the top of the stamp to be up top, because we still have this little bit down the bottom here that we're going to place in. So I'm using Stays On ink. Just going to ink that one up. I'm going to pop that in so it's at the top there. So just like that. I think I need to re-ink my Stays On. And then I'm going to bring in the piece of Pool Party because I want that fabulous. So I'm going to turn it upside down so the fabulous is at the top. And stamp that down. Great. I'm also going to bring in Bermuda Bay ink. We're going to stamp this stamp here, which is in the stamp set here, just along the bottom. Before I do that, I'm just going to try and rub out that pencil. There we go. So inking this stamp up. And stamping that underneath. Just like that. Now with this Fabulous, I'm just going to cut that out. And I find it's easier if you use big scissors rather than snips when you're cutting out, trying to get a straight line. So, nice little sentiment there. And I'm going to pop that up with the mini dimensionals, so these little tiny ones which work great. So we're just going to layer that over the top of that Fabulous. Give that little bit of dimension. Great. So let's stick our frame on top. Looks good, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm just going to pop some Tombow glue on the back. And layer that on top. Doesn't that give it a really good detail there? Looks really pretty. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll bring our card base in now. And we have two strips of basic black. And one's going to be layered just on the end of the card here. So I'm going to place that down, just again with Tombow glue. So it's a pretty quick card once you've done all your die cutting. And I love the detail that this set gives. Chop that little bit on the end. Then we have a piece of Tropical Escape DSP. So if you haven't seen that DSP yet, it is really pretty. I really like this bundle as well, or suite. Some really great designs in there, and there's lots of black and white too, so you can do it for any colour scheme. Okay, so I'll pop that piece down. Did anyone try out my last case that I did? Anyone try creating that one as well? The catalogue's full of ideas and it's waiting there for you to use them. Don't feel you have to recreate the wheel when it's already there done for you. So we have that one down. I've got another piece of the basic black that I'm going to stick down on top of that. So lots of layering. Cut that bottom off as well. Okay, so we've got that part of our card. Then we're going to start layering some of our other things in. One thing I didn't do on this one is I didn't put in my my thread, but I can probably do that now, so let's try. So I'm going to do 2 fingers, just wrapping it around a couple of times. I'm going to bring in some glue dots. See if I can stick that in down here now. Oh. Not quite looped, but that's okay. It still fits in there, it still can see it. Happy with that. So we're going to stick this one down here, and I'm going to use, I think I used four fingers. Bring another glue dot in. And pop that up here. Okay, going a little bit lower than that one, but that's okay. I'm also going to stick this one on top. I'm just going to glue that down with the Tombow glue. Pop this one up on dimensionals. I love the layering and the... It's one thing that I don't usually do in card making is a lot of layering, so I love this effect. I'll have to try and do it a bit more. Oop. So popping that down like that. And we're going to bring the Coastal Cabana circle and a Poppy Parade heart, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to that Coastal Cabana circle, and I'm going to pop that one up as well. So the Coastal Cabana is the heart is going to be just glued straight down. But I'm going to pop these 2 up with mini dimensionals. Bring them ones in again. Flirty Flamingo heart's going to go on the end of that ticket there. And the other Poppy Parade will go up top. All that's left is I'm going to bring in my Artisan Share What You Love pearls. And we have mint macaron here and here. And we have a powder pink. I think it is the lightest pink down the bottom, so grab the powder pink one. I'm grabbing 2 mint macaron pearls, one in the middle of that heart there, and another one just up here. So this was the card that we made today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all your time. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love it if you left me a comment. And don't forget to head over to my blog to check out all the measurements and supplies. Don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss my next video. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.